Establishing good habits is way more important for your fitness than motivation. Hey, everybody, I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. And this is something that you will find anyone who is successful long term, who stays consistent in the game and in their fitness lifestyle, they'll all tell you the same thing. Anyone who has done this successfully for more than a decade, they will all tell you stop worrying about hype, stop worrying about hype men, stop worrying about finding motivation. All of these things, people always are looking for that motivation. They're looking for this inspiration, whether they're looking at Goggins or someone else, they're looking for that hype man. They need pre-workouts, they need all these things. The fact of the matter is, that actually is not the secret to success. Okay, it absolutely is not. The secret to success in this is establishing daily habits. Okay, your habits are what carry you through, because motivation is always going to be waning. If you're spending your time chasing motivation, I got to find the newest thing, the most exciting thing. They got to stay excited about all of it, right? Whether excited about a diet, excited about a workout. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Do not get me wrong. Man, there are times when you're going to be super excited to train. And when that happens, that's great. That's cool. But that's not necessary. And because you're not going to be excited every single time, all right? You're not always going to have your hype man there every single time. The habits are what carry us. Okay, we have to learn to just get up and get stuff done. So if Monday is your bench day and your chest day every week, do we go in and bench and train chest because we were super excited? No, we do it because it's Monday. Okay, and there will be times when your workouts are like that. All right, there are times when your workouts are literally about just punching a clock. Okay? And you have to accept that. You're going to go through phases in your life where you're not motivated to train. And I hate to have to say that. Again, this is my career. Right? I've done this a long time. But I can tell you, there are times you're going to have weeks, you're going to have months where a lot of stuff's going wrong in your life maybe. You're busy, you're stressed, you've got other stuff, and you really just don't want to train. You don't want to train. But you do it because it's your habits, and you get people who are like, well, I just wasn't motivated and I fell off. Okay, that's the problem. And that's exactly why chasing motivation is not a good idea. Because if you feel that you have to be motivated to get it in train, or you have to be motivated to eat healthy, what's going to happen when you're not motivated? Because now you've trained yourself to think that it's necessary. No, it's not necessary. There are going to be periods of time to where it just seems tedious. It seems like a lot of work. You're not enjoying it. That's where the habits matter. And that's why, I tell people, don't change stuff all the time. Quit. Oh, I need this new routine. I need this. I need that. No, that's not good. There are times when getting established in just your normal, boring routine is great, because then you're just building habits. You're building habits. And I'm not saying we can't make minor changes and do minor stuff here and there to alleviate some boredom. There's nothing wrong with that either. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you don't need to change to a totally different split all the time. Get in, and if you always train chest on Monday, then come in and train chest on Monday. If you always train legs on Friday, get in and always train legs on Friday. And actually, I would say even when I've changed routines, that's been pretty consistent for me, hasn't it? Because even when I did an upper lower, we always did an upper on Monday and started with benching or chest. And I tended to always do a lower on Friday. So it's normal to come in and just train legs on Friday. So now that I do even a 5-day body part split instead of a 4-day upper lower, guess what? Those are still kind of my normal. They're just part of the routine. And it's the same thing with your healthy eating. Sometimes boring is good. Every meal doesn't need to be this exciting. Like, look, if you start your day off every day with your first meal with having a protein shake, guess what? Nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's a good way to ensure you get your protein in. right? It's a good way to ensure that. And that's okay. That's a habit. And that's what I mean by establishing the habits. Like if starting out, quit chasing this big hype when you first start also. All right. If you know that you need to get up and eat a healthy breakfast and you have it prepared ahead of time, that's what you do. Or if you need to meal prep to make sure that you have that healthy breakfast ready when you're half awake, then get in that habit and do it every single night. Okay? If your habit is to get to the gym twice a week and you have your 2 days set, that's what you need to do. Establish that habit and get in and do that. All right? If we know that we're going to go out and eat on Friday nights and we get into the habit of just fasting in the morning before we go out and eat, because it's a social event we do every Friday, and then we get in the habit of just eating lean protein before the event, and then it becomes our habit, it becomes our normal, then we know that we need to do that every time. It just becomes your normal. Establishing those habits, those little bitty habits, and maintaining them. That's what's important. That's way more important than motivation. Way more important. You have to be super excited all the time. And again, believe me, I have my workouts where I still get excited. But, after 25 years, I'll be honest, I don't get excited about most of my workouts. Maybe one a week. But the other 5, the other 4, no, we're just coming in and just getting it done. But you know what? That's what we do. And again, that's how you get results. Not saying not to train hard, but if training hard and training to failure on certain exercises is your normal, that just becomes your habit. You don't have to be hyped up to do that. And that's what people forget. Like muscle failure is muscle failure. It doesn't matter if you're excited or not when you do it. You get in and lift the weight till it stops moving. Again, problem solved, like right there. You need to be hyped to do that. It's like, oh, there you go. Couldn't lift the weight. Now, if you get crazy excited, you might try to grind through it and use bad form. Well, that's not recruiting the muscles either. Again, you don't have to be excited. Come in and do the work. Same thing with your food. To be super excited about every meal. Look, start. If you start your morning off with a lean protein or some vegetables and fruit every day, establish that habit and just maintain it. Okay? That is how we do it. If you intermittent fast, again, that's a habit. You always fast in the mornings. To be excited to do it. You just do it. Establish those little habits and make sure that you're 100% consistent with them until they become second nature. And make small changes over time. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.